So Noel, welcome back. Lovely. We had a nice. Did you have the biscuits, the pastries? Good, aren't they? Well, listen, we're moving on to a very interesting and very important topic now. Something we've touched upon a few times already throughout the last couple of days, and it's something that's on everyone's minds as well. One that's reshaping our industry. It's doing that at an extraordinary pace. It's generative AI. Some people are a bit spooked by it. Some people are unsure about what it means for our future. For other people, they think it's an exciting frontier full of possibilities that also raises these questions about our creativity, our craft, and the future of how we do the things that we do on a daily basis. Now, whatever our perspectives are, there isn't much denying really that the technology is here and that it is evolving rapidly, here to stay, and some people are already using it. We saw that with some examples from our panelists yesterday. So our next speaker, Jason, is fascinating. I've just bent his ear for 20 minutes backstage, and now you get to listen to his expertise as well. He's going to cut through all this noise for you and show us some practical things that we can be doing already using generative AI, using examples that are already being used right now in telly and film development, how it feeds into the pipeline, how people are using it to make content and improve their stuff. And to be fair, I didn't stick to the script very well then, but the script that was originally written was written by AI as well, and it was pretty close to what I've been saying all the last couple of days, actually. So it's not too bad, that's good. So give a big welcome, croeso mawr iawn I Jason Yates. Come on, Jason.
Hey.
Thank you, mate.
Thanks, mate. Thank you. Hello, friends. How you doing? I'm just going to press play first. Okay, I invite you all to watch the screen. Sit back, kick back, and here we go.
I want your shield. I want your weapon. Give me that bulletproof vest. And don't forget, I'm not susceptible to your nonsense. I'm a winner. Not falling for your charms. No crashing to your arms. Handful of coins and a bulldog fist. Speaking rubbish. Cleaning rubbish. A bad seed. A rotten apple. Taking the rubbish.
Thanks, folks. Every single shot of that was AI. Those actors have never been born. Their hearts have never beaten. They've never walked the face of this earth. And yet, that is our new show in development, Youth Offenders Institute, based on the Feltham report, that horrendous government report into the terrible situation in Feltham Young Offenders Institute. Now, when I go in to pitch, and I'm talking to commissioners or financiers, I don't have to tell them, right, well, imagine a Youth Offenders Institute. Well, what does that look like? Oh, well, let me show you a picture of some Danny Dyer straight-to-DVD video that came out 10 years ago about a Young Offenders Institute. There's a bit of that. Here's a bit of something else, another prison drama. Here's Prisoner Cell Block H. Here's this, and sort of imagine that, but with 16-year-olds. I don't have to do that. I can go in, press this, and say, here's the show, folks. Do you want to have a conversation? AI is an incredible opportunity for us in the indie sector to get our stories across the line, to make content, to promote our stories across social. It's changed my whole life. And here's what I'm going to try and do in the next half hour. Just give you some context, share my story with you about how I got into AI, show you some real-world examples, and invite you to think about your own projects when you're watching them. Well, what does my project look like? What does my documentary look like? What does my unscripted look like? I would love it if you guys come away from today and think, do you know what? I am never going into a commissioners meeting again with other people's creative. Never, 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 never. That's what I would love for you, to have that same creative opportunity that's been blessed to me through doing this stuff. Okay, so just a little bit about me so you know I'm not just some lunatic that wandered on the stage. I started my working life on BBC One's EastEnders and Coronation Street. I worked with Steve Coogan. I had a good career in television for about 5 or 6 years, and then I moved behind the scenes. I became a creative director. I shot ads, and then I ended up as the managing director of the UK arm of Europe's largest youth marketing agency. And there I worked very closely with Khloe Kardashian, Jaden Smith, Misguided, Adidas, all sorts of stuff. And I was doing a lot of exec creative stuff in the ad and content world. And then COVID hit. And for me in London, as a single guy, I ended up talking to the fridge, and the washing machine became my psychiatrist. And I just, after 6 months of lockdown, I said, I can't do this anymore. I had an epiphany, and I thought, I want to change my whole life. I don't want to do just marketing and advertising anymore. I want to go back to what I used to do and what I love, which is storytelling. So I sold up in London. I moved to Manchester. I spent money acquiring IP. I bought Paul Mars's Iris Wildthyme novel. I funded some new, exciting, diverse writers. And I got a nice, healthy slate together of really exciting, cool stuff. I brought Barrington Robinson, works with us on one of the shows, who produced The Responder, and Angus Finney, who used to run Ken Branagh's Renaissance films. So I got some stuff going, right? And then I sat there, and I thought, okay, how do I pitch all this? How do I talk to finances? Because commissioners are great and broadcasters are great, but I'm really of the creator mindset. Our stuff's getting made, whether people commission it or not. It's getting made. So I thought, well, how do I do this? And then people were sending me the Bible for Stranger Things. And they would say, well, just do what they did. And I looked at this thing, and yeah, it's an impressive Bible full of pictures of Steven Spielberg's work. And good luck to them, because it worked and it got them a commission, and that's great. But this was, 10 years ago, 12 years ago, and I said, I can't use other people's work to talk about my own work and the vision of the writers that I'm working with. No, that's not happening. So I saw the first AI images that were being done on Midjourney, and there was a lot of, dragons and dungeons and Star Wars porn and all this kind of stuff. But I looked at it and I thought, well, wait a minute. If they're using it for that, I can use it for scenes for my shows. I can use it for characters. I can use it for sizzles. I can do this. So I spent probably 6 months just head down learning all of the programs, everything that I possibly could. And that's what I did. So that's my journey into AI, and it's been reaping rewards. So that's some context into what got me there. Now, before we get into the actual AI stuff, I just want to deal with the elephant in the room, okay? So people often say to me, well, what about the ethical issues? What about this? What about that? And I say, listen, it's exactly the same as in real life. Don't infringe people's copyright. Don't steal people's images without talking to their agent and negotiating a fee. Be nice and respect the copyright laws that we have. AI is no different than in real life. It's the same. Don't infringe people's copyright. I don't infringe people's copyright. I play nice, and it works for me. And I would strongly suggest everyone does the same. But what I would say is to join a union, make sure that union hears your voice about AI, talk to people who are making policy decisions, lobby your local MP, because there is no doubt that AI at a wider scale needs serious regulation. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about how we as independent creators can use AI to enrich our lives and give us the storytelling opportunities that all of our stories deserve. So, here's what I want you to remember, folks. AI, no matter which platform you go on or which area, we're going to look at them, it is just a box. That's all it is. It doesn't matter how different colors, different skins, different things here, there, and everywhere. Just don't worry about all that. Just breathe in, breathe out, look at it, and say, it's just a box. Repeat after me. It's just a box. Because that is all it is. And into that box, we do things like this. Right? So I'm working on a Victorian steampunk show at the moment. So what do I want to see? Okay, so it's just imagine you're talking to an art director or a cinematographer or a director if you're the exec producer or a key grip or anybody in the production team. Imagine, how would you explain what this image is? What is it you want to see? Well, the first thing is I want it to be cinematic, right? That's the first thing. So start macro and work your way in. So cinematic, it's a movie scene. I want it on a rooftop in steampunk Victorian London, broad daylight, side angle or medium shot of the character. He's a young Afro-Caribbean man, short, neat afro, soot smeared across his face, that's just part of the story, wearing a beige long-sleeve top with thick brown suspenders, belt and braces, yeah? Dark trousers, black boots, distant explosions over chimneys, and he's in a defiant posture. It's atmospheric, it's gothic. So imagine you're talking to an art director, or imagine you are an art director. What is it you want to see? Imagine you were in storyboard with the director. What is it that director would want to see? And that's what you're doing. And then with AI, the great thing about AI is that you can go down into minute detail. So on the last line, photorealistic detail, cinematic lighting, dramatic realism. I want it shot on a Canon EOS. That's just my favorite thing at the moment. 35mm. There's your light exposure, and there's your aspect ratio, which is 16.9. So all the detail of any movie, of any TV show, you can put into the box. And remember, it's just a box. And you write the stuff in there, and you hit send, and bingo. That's what you get. Ta-da! And what's he saying to us? It's just a box, right? So this is how it works, and this is what I'm going to show you when we move through. Now, let's just talk a bit about, because this has been a recurring theme coming up about next-gen audiences and about the future being now. Here's the thing. It may take a while, it may take 8 years, 10 years, it may take less than that. But the state of the difference between 50-year-olds to 75-year-olds and next gen, Gen Z, is so immense. Their viewing habits are so different. And here's the thing. Anime, manga, but it's really anime, called anime, animated series, are the #1 streaming content preferences. The numbers are astronomical. I mean, it dwarfs everything else. Crunchyroll, Netflix's top shows are all anime. It is astonishing. Now, I truly believe that AI-generated series and content will be a new addition to that content. It's not going to replace it. When I hear people say, oh, God, no, nothing is going to replace the humanity in human content. Just like CGI hasn't, despite what people sort of say, it hasn't replaced actors. It hasn't replaced independent filmmakers. Stuff is still going on. But this AI content will be a new form of content that will have its own rules, that will look different. People don't expect, for instance, in a gaming, when you're playing a game, right, and you're gaming away, and then suddenly the game stops, and usually you get some commando saying, okay, everyone, now you've done that, we got to go over the hill and kill all those things over there, right? You don't stop and go, oh my God, this is CGI. What am I doing? Oh my God, this is CGI. Yeah, when you're watching a Marvel film, you don't stop at the film and suddenly go, I'm leaving the cinema, that's not real. That's a CGI, that's Karen Gillan. I know Karen Gillan, she doesn't look like that. Of course you don't. And AI content, great AI content, premium content, will be exactly the same. It will have its own place. It's not going to replace anything, it will have its own place and space. And the next gen audiences, trust me, they embrace AI, despite what the comments you might hear. They embrace it, they love it. They love that kind of content that is slightly fantastical. They're used to it. It's not a big deal for them. So the opportunities for us as creators and makers is amazing, to support your documentary, to support your unscripted, to support your scripted. And commissioners now today, certainly at the big streamers, they want to see your whole project up front, and also financiers want to see your whole project up front, not just hear about it with comps. Now with AI, you can show narrative, tone, characters, ambition, before a script's even finished. I mean, we haven't done the first episode isn't finished yet for Youth Offenders Institute, but everybody wants to talk to us about this show because of the sizzle. So I think that clarity builds confidence, and I think you'll get in the room faster with AI content. I mean, did we not hear Jo Street yesterday say that this knitting thing that she's got with Tom Daley, I mean, that's the most bonkers thing I've ever heard. And to be quite honest, when I saw the thing, I thought, well, this is insane. But you know what? It could be a big hit because she clearly believes it, because she's seen AI content to support the vision. So I'm going to tune in. I'm going to see what it's like. Okay, now I'm going to show you some stuff. Now, please bear with me because I'm going to be now zipping between screens and AI platforms and stuff like that. Now, when I show you this stuff, guys, I invite you to dream and think about your own projects. What would my project look like in this, like this? What would my doc look like? What would my narrative look like? And I'm going to show you some different stuff now and show you what is possible. Okay. Okay, folks, so not all of that was AI, but I would challenge you to tell me which clips were AI and which weren't. I don't know, maybe you could tell. I don't know. Did it matter? Probably not. So the energy that you can bring to your existing footage and expand that narrative and tell that story into 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, the possibilities are endless. Now I'm going to show you just a couple of minutes of how you can use AI with voices in scripted narrative, and I'll show you a few minutes of this. Okay.
Mrs. Hartwell, his lordship requests you prepare a light breakfast for tomorrow. We shall have guests staying the night, if you would be so kind, and perhaps some of your excellent seed cake.
Lady Margaret notices everything, even if she's too polite to mention it. Pride in your work reflects on the entire household. And Mary, stand straighter when you serve. You've nothing to be ashamed of.
Thomas Hartwell, you step 1 foot closer to my pantry and I'll box your ears proper. You've had your supper same as everyone else. And don't think I didn't see you pocket that apple tart earlier.
Apple tart? Me? Cross me heart, Mrs. H. I wouldn't dare.
The fascinating thing about collecting antiquities, gentlemen, is how they challenge our assumptions about progress. Some of these ancient pieces display craftsmanship that would challenge our finest artisans today.
Ancient technologies, how deliciously mysterious. Do tell us more.
I was particularly intrigued by that bronze piece in your study, Ashford. Eyes, for instance, were thought to ward off evil spirits.
Father does collect the most curious volumes, some dating back centuries.
All this talk of ancient whatnots is well and good, but I'll tell you what's truly remarkable. The new steam turbines they're fitting on the Channel crossings. Revolution in shipping, mark my words.
Where is that Tommy lad? He should have finished the chimney hours ago.
Tommy? Tommy, where are you?
Heavens! What was that?
the Doctor.
Now.
And that's where we'll leave that. That was all AI, folks. All the sound, the imagery, the whole thing was AI. So, folks, there's a broad range of opportunities for us to tell our stories. I'm now going to start to show you the platforms, how to use them, what to do, and then I'm going to take a live example. So what if you give me something you're working on or just an idea you have, and we'll do it live, and we'll try and bring it to life for you. Okay, so let me just return to the screen a sec. Okay, all cool. So here's what I would suggest you do. There's basically 5 platforms that I use. Now, I'm using these today. Tomorrow, they could all change. It changes so quickly, but these platforms have been pretty stable for the last year, which is great. Now, from left to right, so we'll start with Claude. So, folks, stop using ChatGPT. Just stop it. It is an absolute nightmare for creatives and people who own IP, and I'll tell you why. ChatGPT is what's called an open system. What that means is that everything you put into that system, it learns from, retains, and regurgitates to your competitors. So let's just say ITV have got a thing going on at the moment where they're looking for ideas for a half hour between 7:30 and 8 to bridge the news to the soaps in the new format, right? There's going to be a lot of producers pitching for that. Now, you put in ITV's commissioning document and you tell it to go and research ITV and and all of this, and you put it in and you say, right, ChatGPT, give me your best proposal, give me some stuff that will really excite them. And it goes away and it learns and it reads and it comes back and it says, yeah, here's 5 great things, right? 5 minutes later, one of your competitors says, hey, ChatGPT, tell me everything about ITV, and they've got this 7:30 slot and they want to fill it, and I'm pitching and read the commissioners there. And it goes, yeah, and it just tells them not only what it's just told you, but it's learned from what it's just told you, and it gives your competitors better information. So stop using ChatGPT. Go to Claude instead. Claude AI is what is called a closed system. So what that means is that any information that's brand sensitive or IP sensitive that you put into it, it does not give to anyone else. It's a completely closed system. So use Claude. Claude is amazing, and I'm going to show you. We'll start with Claude. It's amazing to ideate. It was built for coders and a lot of research professors and academics, so it's much, much better at helping with narrative. Now, it's not going to replace our thinking. It's not about that. But when I'm working, I've got nothing to prove. I know that I can develop content. I know that I can develop TV shows, and I don't need to prove anything. But what I don't want to have to do is spend 2 days of my life pacing my sofa, going for walks, thinking about, oh, what do ITV want? Oh, God, what do they want? What do they want? And driving myself nuts. I don't want to do that. I want to work smartly. I want to get Claude to give me a lot of ideas, and then I will sift through them and say, yeah, I like that, don't like that, or we could expand on that, because it just gives me my time back to do what I do really, really well, which is to make things happen. So I'd encourage you to use Claude. Midjourney is the middle app. That is to create visual images for your pitch decks, for your storyboards. It's absolutely incredible, and I'll show you that. Kling, to the right, is a video software. It's amazing. It's like having a videographer. You can do drone shots, orbit shots. You can zoom in, you can zoom out, you can do close-ups. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. And then Suno, down at the bottom, is for music. I put all of my content, I use music from Suno, because I don't have, 40 grand to get an act or to buy copyright. I can't do that. So I just use Suno, and the results are incredible, as you're going to see in a second. And then 11 Labs is for voices. If you're going to do content, so let's say you've got a documentary you want to pitch, right? make the first 3 minutes of the documentary. And you don't have to go and get a voiceover artist. You can just do it in 11 Labs. And you can even maybe tell the first scene, you know, if it's an interview in a police, say it's a police procedural, you can have that first 2 minutes of conversation, you know, and use it as your pitch. So let's go, folks. We're going to do this now. We're going to do it live, and I'm going to show you how to do it and what these things are. Now, obviously, I can't teach you to use it completely, but I just want to show you the simplicity of it and try and encourage you to go home tonight, get some subscriptions, and start doing it. Okay, so let's start with an idea. So could somebody just throw me an idea or something they want to explore, or anything at all that they want to explore, and we'll ask Claude to help us. Okay, someone shout out or stand up and let the mic, they'll find you. Anyone want to come up with an unscripted TV show idea?
Young boy plays rugby and turned into a dragon.
A what? One more time?
Young boy.
Yeah.
Plays rugby, not
Yeah.
big enough when he turns into a dragon.
Okay, so so this is going to be like a fantasy show? Yes. Yeah, okay, cool. Right, well, let me move out of this project. So here's the thing about Claude. Sorry, one sec. Come on. Okay, projects. New project. So here's what you do. Let's give it a name. What should we call it? Dragonheart. Lovely. Okay, cool. So here's what you would do when you get into Claude. So you see here on the right-hand side, here is where you would put all your files on dragons, on rugby, on, you know, anything that you want it to know and understand. And then so it's got lots and lots of information. Now remember, what did I say about the box? It's just a box. Here is your box, folks, right in the middle. How can I help you today? It's just a box. And you're going to use it as a co-pilot and a thought partner. Now, just give me that bonkers thing one more time. What is it again? Okay, so I need you to work with me as a thought. Don't worry about spelling mistakes. It knows you. It knows you're doing it. As a thought partner on a new show about a young boy. Did you say? Yeah. Young boy. Give me it again one more time. Whose dad told him he should play for Wales when he's older. But he was never good enough. Oh, a bit too much. Okay. And then what happens? And
then he finds the dragon's heart and eats it.
And eats it. Okay, cool. Let's leave it there. let's just leave it there. And so here's what I want to do. So I want to say, listen, I like this idea, but it's bonkers. Help me to craft this into what kind of content do you want it on? A TV show, a book, a novel? Yeah, help me to craft this into a TV show. Where do you want to sell it to? Who do you want? One more time. I can sell to H-A. Yeah. S-H. Oh, Hanch, sorry. Yeah, I could sell to Hanch. Ask me 3 questions that will help you to scope this project, right? To scope this story. Be concise, because it will just drone on and on. Be concise and get to the point. Get to the point. Be creative And then you need to tell it what it is. You are a TV writer with over 20 years award-winning experience crafting insane shows. Okay. Okay, here we go. So, in the blink of an eye, it'll start working. Now, remember that box. You can put as much information in as you want. I mean, we're just, doing stuff here. But you could put, thousands of words. I sometimes spend half a day writing in the box and telling it exactly what I want it to do. Okay, so here we go. Love the raw energy here. Oh, do you? You're a machine as far as I do. So listen, here's the thing with Claude. It will talk to you like a person until you will start to believe it's a person and you will start talking to it. So I'll be like, oh, you like it? Okay, cool, let's go. Okay, brilliant. So, daddy issues, it's saying here. Dragon's Heart, football dreams, daddy issues. This has potential. 3 questions. When he eats the dragon's heart, what does it do to him? Okay. Does he become superhuman, or does he literally transform, or something weirder happen that complicates his football dreams? Actually, I think there's an actual show in here, because if they all turned into dragons, can you imagine if you had a show where there were all these sort of weakling boys and everyone that bullied them and then suddenly they find this dragon heart and they become these superhero sports people. There is a show in this. There is a show in this. So what's the tone we're chasing? Are we talking gritty, magical realism? Think early Misfits. Misfits, Misfits, right? That was a great show. It's fantasy, sports, drama, etc., etc. Now, for time, I'm going to move on. But who's the antagonist? Is his dad's ghost legacy the football establishment that rejected him, or the dragon heart itself slowly consuming him? Wow. Give me these, and we'll build something Hans will actually buy. It's called it Hans, sorry. I'm going to say, okay, just for time, you answer those questions. Just for time. And deliver me a winning idea in 1 paragraph. Because today you're my BITCH. I wouldn't normally treat it like this, I have to say. I love my Claude. I don't want to be accused of, misconduct. Okay, here we go, folks. Let's see. Right. Heart. When 16-year-old Kai, I love the diversity of it, literally eats a dragon's heart in a desperate ritual to honor his dead father's dream of him playing for Wales, he doesn't become superhuman. He becomes possessed by the dragon's ancient rage and hunger. Oh, this is better than our idea. Which only quiets when he's on the pitch, playing with savage and human brilliance. Dark magical realism meets Friday Night Lights. Well, okay. Kai rockets through the ranks towards his Wales debut, but the heart is transforming him. He scales. Okay, so he transforms. And then it ends with, it's the bear meets How to Train Your Dragon for adults. Okay, fantastic. Now listen, if I could roll with this, but if I'm going into a pitch, I can't imagine, there's no content out there for a bear. The bear meets How to Train Your Dragon. So somebody now tell me what you would like to see. Give me an image, and we're going to go into Mid-Journey now. And here is the box, folks, at the beginning. And what we do is we type /imagine, because it's just a box, and it needs to know that it wants you want it to imagine something. There we go. Right, so it's just a box. So somebody give me an image. What do we want to see? Let's just create a hero image, like a poster for this show. Dragon heart. What do we want to see? Right. Right, hang on one sec so I can keep up. Movie poster. Okay, so half, when we say boy, give me his age. What age is he?
17.
Oh, right, so he's a teenager. Yeah. Half sorry about my spelling. Half teenager, half dragon. Okay, brilliant. Half dragon. Go on. What do you want? How do you want to see it?
Maybe he's staring up at the Millennium Stadium.
Staring up at, what's the stadium called again?
Millennium Stadium,
Millennium.
I believe.
Millennium. Someone spell it for me, please. I'm under pressure. Someone spell it for me. Yeah. Okay, cool. Where is it? In Cardiff. Okay, cool. Do you know what? I was once with some talent, right, who will remain nameless, and I was driving him through Euston, and he was looking around, and he was from South London. And I looked at him, I said, "What's wrong with you?" He looked at me, he said, "Oh," he was looking around. I said, "Do you know where we are?" He went, "Yeah." I said, "Where are we?" He went, "Off the ends." Okay, so looking up at Cardiff. Now, what else do you want to see in this poster?
Welsh flag.
If I do this, it might just give us a Welsh flag over the... So is it a Welsh flag on a pole? Or yeah, okay. The Welsh flag of Wales on a podium, sort of waving in the breeze behind him.
Is there some representation of his dad, like a ghost?
Oh, hugely heroic shot. So a shadow behind him of his dad. Age, what age is his dad, do we think?
50s.
Which? 40? Okay, cool. Aged 40. Okay, cool. Anything else?
The boy's breathing fire with a very sort of angle.
He's breathing fire.
But he's also very handsome.
Okay, cool. He is very handsome. Attractive. Now you have to be careful when you're putting in stuff about people's appearance. You have to be careful. You can put attractive, you can put handsome, you can do that. You will find out for yourself. Sometimes it says no, you're violating our rules. If it does that, always appeal it, because when you appeal it, someone looks at it and realizes that you're just a crazy filmmaker, you're not trying to do anything wrong. So always appeal it. Okay, cool, attractive. Now look, I'm gonna move on for time. Okay, I'm gonna move on for time. I'm gonna add photorealism. I'm gonna use the same shot as we've already used before, just for time. Copy it. You could have it on Kodak, you could have it on Canon, you could have it on, right. Now, while it's doing this, and for time, let's just quickly create a soundtrack for this, right, in Suno. Right, so I'm gonna go to Suno while it's doing that. What kind of music, what theme tune would it be?
Is it real music or?
Let's do the theme tune. Let's make a banging theme tune. It's just a box. Here's the box, folks. Always look for the box. There we go. What kind of theme tune do you want? Do you want it high energy? Do you want Welsh? Welsh rap song. Wales language. Say again?
90s R&B.
Oh, I don't know what is going to happen if we put in 90s R&B, but let's go. If it's rap, 90s R&B, what do you want it upbeat? Do you want it dark? Do you want it, what do you want it? Dark? What kind of instruments do you want to hear? Synths? Drums?
Yes.
Saxophone? Did someone say saxophone? Yeah? Yeah, saxophone. Okay, stunning theme music for TV show. Remember, it's just a box. That's all you're doing in here. Now, let's do that. Let's go create. Okay, here we go. Okay. Right, it's doing it. It's doing it. You ready? Do you know what? I think that's on a late night call. I'm not feeling that. Do you know what it is? It's the R&B. I'm sorry, folks. I'm taking it out. I'm taking the R&B out. Let's see what it does when we take the R&B out. I think we'll get something good. Sorry, already done. And let's create an instrumental version of it too and see what happens. Now, while it's doing that, you see how quick it is, though? It's the sax. The sax is killing it. No, the sax is killing it. Do you know what? So I'm going to take out the sax, and I'm going to put thrilling, high energy, because it's a TV theme, right? We want it to beat right. Okay. But here's the thing. When I do it, properly, and I always get great results. Yeah? Yay! Come on. Come on. Yeah? Okay. Now let's see, to wrap up, let's see the imagery from Midjourney, and let's see what it's given us. So this is Midjourney. Okay. Okay, so because we've done Dragon, it's gone to Game of Thrones. So we would have to, what we would do then is you would just do it again. And you would just look at where the image has gone, it's not happening for you. And when we say half teenager, half dragon, half teenager merged into a half dragon. And then I think what I'm going to do here is put fantasy shot, okay, and then I'm going to finish in literally 1 minute. As soon as it's done this, I'm going to finish. Sometimes you have to do lots and lots and lots of images to get stuff right, but just going up into my history, let me try and show you youth offenders. So let me just quickly try and show you. Feltham. Yeah, there we go. So look, I'll show you how many different shots I did for that to create the video. I mean, I literally did hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Hundreds and hundreds. And just quickly before I wrap up, because I do want to just quickly show you this, because I think you can see, how just basically how it works. But I just want to show you just 2 pitch decks very, very quickly. So, here's one I made earlier.
Living the life, down the life, I've been my best life, come see me, summertime flavor, living the life, hey. Living the life.
There we go. Now, all of these decks were done, everything is AI. The characters, the scenes that were created from the script is AI. But you can see from a pitch deck, the commissioners and the finances, if you're going for, they say, look, this is incredible. We know exactly what kind of show you're trying to make. Every single image in this is AI. The tone, the texture of the show, all of it is all there. And then finally, from a film, Mrs. Plum, with Alice Walker. But even though Alice had agreed to do the film, we didn't have shots of her in situation, so we did it in AI. And these are the results. And this is a South Africa 1950s. characters, scenes from the film, scenes from the movie. There we go. And there we go. So, my friends, I know it was short and sweet, but I hope I've inspired you to get on AI and start working and create your dreams. Thank you.